Mention your ID art here in chat box. It's chess.com. Yes. Not that good. I mean, he is good, but I am not. दिल क्या करे खत्म हो गया भाई, खत्म सीन हो गया। I mean, but not like you, man. You are good. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so play like the next time. Yeah, yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I don't know. I mean, like it's a one by one thing, and then we will play like means like me and you, and then it's you and Nat. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, one, come, come. But the thing is, na, I'm not expert. Yeah, okay, go ahead. I Ivan, just do one thing. Just mention your ID in the chat box. No, no. Ivan, Ivan. Okay, so I am sending you invite, Ivan. Damn, you guys are really expert. Ivan, I'm gonna lose only. It's the thing is showing that this opponent is not accepting challenges from players at your rating. Okay, okay. Chase underscore. Okay, okay. Yeah, I sent you request. Umesh. Not 3 minute man. It's too. I'm not that expert. I'm not that expert. Man, I mean, you both the guys like you are really good at chess, man. I'm not that good. We'll try for 5 minutes, okay? Ivan, for 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Mhm. Check. Kisses, kisses. Shit, shit, shit. Okay, okay. This okay. Okay. हॅलो. हा बोल की. घरी सुगड्यास. हा. काय? आता नाही रे, आता आणि आपला वेळ नाही माझा. अरे वेळ नाही म्हटलं, माझा वेळ आहे. अरे वेळ नाही आपल्याला वेळ. अरे कामात आहे मी. तू तू आहेस कुठे आहे सध्या? काय ते आवाज जरा लागायचं. हा. अरे पण तू कुठे आहेस? अरे काय होतं रे भाऊ? अच्छा. काय होतं विशेष भाऊ? म्हणजे काही आणलं होतं, काही सामान वगैरे काय आणलं होतं? अच्छा 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 अच्छा. हा हा हा. ठीक आहे ना, मला त्या ह्याचा हे पडून देतो, मला नंबर पडून देतो. हा. ठीक आहे, नंबर पाठवून देतो. अरे ठीक आहे ठीक आहे, चालतं. हा. Shit, 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 shit. Great. Gonna lose. हॅलो. हा दोस्त. हा. हा, घेतला काय? हा ठीक आहे. हा ठीक आहे. Damn, you are good, yeah. You are good at chess. I mean, your rating is also too good. 969 is pretty impressive. Hmm. Ah, yeah. Yeah, right. Nut is on 2100. I mean, you guys are really too professional for this. Means, are you in like some kind of competition or what? Means you guys are like, uh, thinking. Ivan, am I audible, Ivan? I said you are like you are very professional. Huh? Very professional. Zio, what are you doing? Yeah, are you playing or like what? What are you doing? So like, so send me a request. Yeah, why not? Just a minute. I'm also now like playing with someone who is online. Uh, Damn, huh? Okay, I will send you a request. Play, play, play friend. Two. Okay, 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 okay. shit. Shit, shit.
The younger monk said. I have eaten. The older monk replied, Then you'd better wash your bowl. That told the younger monk all he needed to know. We all want an extraordinary life. And
भाई
this
2 मिनट में
this burning desire,
yeah
is
yeah
what
नहीं
makes
मतलब
us
you are
miserable.
too good यार
Zen
I mean you
Buddhism
all guys
can
are too
teach
good
you how to be
I'm
happy
just
and
like
satisfied, but
beginner
only if you learn
beginner
to
only
appreciate the ordinary. Zen is a term derived from the
uh-huh.
Japanese pronunciation of the Middle Chinese word ten, which means meditation.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
also a form of Buddhism that distinguishes itself with its almost exclusive focus on personhood and the present. Rather than meditations on life, death, religion, or the world, Zen urges you to focus inwards and on the ordinary only. Like all other forms and practices of Buddhism, Zen is not an ideology or belief, but rather a way of life. Buddhism was created in India, but gradually travelled through Asia throughout the centuries, and in every country it spawned multiple subsections of Buddhism. The Zen subsection of Buddhism was created in China, leading to the Chinese school of Zen Buddhism becoming the most successful school of Buddhism in the entirety of China, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. One of the ways to become a Zen person is by shikantaza, which translates to just sitting. It means to meditate without any distractions nor egotistical interests or concerns. How to just sit, to focus on yourself, on the present, on the ordinary, and more will all be discussed in this video. Zen's focus on the little things and its disregarding of external factors leads to lots of insightful lessons. But the biggest benefit is that you'll realize you don't need the extraordinary to be happy. You just need yourself and your ordinary life. Since Zen Buddhism is a practice not created by a singular person, there will be quotes from multiple Zen monks. These are Basu Doitsu, Dogen Zenji, Ryokan Taigu, Kodo Sawaki, Shunryu Suzuki, and Shohaku Okumura. In this video, we'll teach you how to start appreciating ordinary life and how doing so can transform you and your life into the very best versions of themselves. The secret is all in the simplicity of washing your bowl after eating from it. Number 1. Meditate. Koro Sawaki says, "The more you meditate, the less you need." The very first practice that Zen Buddhism recommends is often meditating. Zazen in the practice of Zen Buddhism is the word for sitting meditation. Zazen embraces a range of sitting positions, but the most general posture is sitting cross-legged, hands folded in your lap, and your spine upright but relaxed. Try it out. Close your eyes. When meditating, it's helpful to focus on 3 aspects in order: the body, breathing, and the mind. Focusing on the body means focusing on your position, but it also extends beyond that. You need to keep your body well by feeding it right, moving it enough, granting it the sleep that it needs, and helping it achieve anything else it might require to thrive. Your body is like a plant you have to take good care of. An unhealthy or unhappy body can greatly distract from meditation. Then there's your breathing. Zen doesn't believe in intense breathing exercises that some forms of meditation or sport might use, but rather encourages you to pay attention to the way you normally breathe. Count the number of breaths you take. Observe how long you breathe in for, how long you hold it, and how long you breathe out for. Doing so will not only allow your body to find a pace of breathing that suits you best, but it also calms the mind and brings you into the moment. Emotions influence your breathing. When feeling intense emotions such as anger, joy, or fear, you breathe quicker, rougher, and less deeply than in other situations. Focusing on your breathing and guiding it back to its normal, calm pace is incredibly beneficial to calm down from heavy emotions and still your thoughts. Then, when your body and breathing are calm and observed and have identified your calm, it's time to adjust the mind. Your mind is filled to the brim with thoughts, knowledge, memories, and most of all, concerns about your daily life. That fight you had at work, your visit to your grandfather tomorrow, your meet-up for a friend's birthday, and more. It's all constantly on the forefront of your unconscious and conscious mind. So are temporary worries, fears, and even joys. Your mind can't just stop all these thoughts simply by having you command it to do so. It would just result in your mind fighting itself, like trying not to think of a pink elephant. See? You just did. Instead, the adjustment of your physical position as well as your breathing serves as the first distraction from your day-to-day worries. Then, when you're well and focused on your breathing, you slowly start to drift. When you observe your breath for long enough, it will stabilize, after which you'll calm down. Your mind will stabilize. You will be at rest. Of course, your mind won't be completely empty, that's literally impossible, but if all goes well, you'll be focused enough to observe your thoughts without interacting with them. In other words, the words, ideas, or images that pop up in your mind are like the trees you pass on a walk. You know they're there, you might even acknowledge their existence, but you don't walk up and touch them. They're just decoration. As Shunryu Suzuki says, in Zazen, leave your front door and your back door open. Let thoughts come and go. Don't just serve them tea. Or, as Ryokan Taigo says, the mind is like a clear mirror, reflecting everything, but not clinging to anything. When you experience this, you're meditating. You'll end up truly seeing yourself, witnessing your own nature. You will acknowledge and recognize what is usually unconscious, find the source of thoughts that may have always puzzled you, and witness your deepest desires, motivations, and fears. Most importantly, as a result of getting to know yourself intimately, you'll realize that you can be at peace despite your worries, criticisms, disappointments, or anything else. Your concerns fade away in the light of the internal power and strength you possess. You now know you don't need anything but yourself, your body to sit, your lungs to breathe, and your mind to flow in its own unique way. Number 2. Recognize your ignorance. Dogen Zenji says, the true purpose of Zen is to see things as they are, to observe things as they are, and to let everything go as it goes. The water does not flow, the bridge does. Now, this statement might seem like a riddle. Everything you know about water or bridges goes against this statement, and you probably find it hard to even imagine what this could look like. But this is just ignorance. Your ignorance is a fact. All humans are ignorant in some way, and it's impossible to eliminate all ignorance. You will never know everything, understand yourself completely, or live a flawless life. In fact, Zen Buddhism is of the opinion that our reasoning minds can never understand the totality of reality. Just like fish don't understand maths or dogs can't study history, there are many things the human brain will not be able to reach or comprehend. As a result, Zen embraces that reality can seem absurd, contradictory, and unpredictable. As Shunryu Suzuki says, in the practice of Zen, we do not seek to find answers, but to let go of our questions. One way to learn how to do this is by embracing the concept of sunyata. Sunyata means nothingness or emptiness. It means that everything that exists without clear explanation, purpose, or causation. There will always be confusion or ignorance about everything. Our bodies, existence, lives, and that of everything around us is all incredibly complex. There is no way to explain everything. In our everyday lives, we think in terms of oppositionals. Something is either there or not there. It exists or it does not exist. While functional in daily life, Zen Buddhism considers these binary views to be unmeditational. When meditating, one will experience a non-binary world, one that is infinitely deep, complex, and contains multitudes upon multitudes. Zen Buddhism's non-oppositional views are often expressed in the word no, or more often, nothing. To the binary question, am I a Buddhist or not? The correct answer would be no, or nothing. This means that a Buddhist isn't something you can be or not be. It's something that you can be in some ways and not in others. And those things you can be sometimes, but not always. Thus, embracing nothing means embracing the nuance of life. The fact that everything can be multiple things at once, serve multiple purposes at once. That things can be oppositional and things can be incomprehensible. In other words, the way to battle your ignorance is to recognize, accept, and admit it. By realizing that you'll never know everything, you'll also learn how to be okay with the idea of not knowing everything. It's our inability to understand our conclusions or boil them down to a binary scenario that can often make us miserable. When something's not good, we label it bad. If the party wasn't fun, it was boring. If your job isn't fulfilling, it's unfulfilling and thus bad. Our lack of understanding of the complete nature of something causes us to draw quick, inaccurate conclusions about that something, which in turn can make us miserable, making the world seem so much more negative than it actually is. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't seek out knowledge. Learning and reading is always good and beneficial. Accepting your ignorance just means acknowledging that whatever you learn, you will never know everything about a single topic, even Zen Buddhism. When somebody asks why they should practice Zen Buddhism, they would probably not be met with an easy answer. Instead, the most likely answer would be the following. As said by Dogen Zenji, in the practice of Zen, there is no. Zenji says this statement is also the perfect metaphor for Zen Buddhists in meditation. When you meditate well, you'll find that the world around you is not the never-ending flow of chaos that it normally seems. Instead, you find that the world is just what it is. And it is your mind that can flow and improve your life. Trying to eliminate all ignorance is an impossible task, and trying to do it will make you miserable. Only when you realize that you won't ever understand or know everything can you start to flow and learn how to be happy with the way things are. Life doesn't have to have a singular purpose. Your day doesn't have to be good, and happiness is not something that can be found and kept all the time. These realizations will help you come to peace with your ordinary life and achievements, just the way they are. Number 3, get to know yourself. Ryokan Taigu says, the ultimate truth is already within you. You just have to discover it. As reiterated, ignorance is permanent and unavoidable. But there is still plenty of room to learn, especially to learn more about yourself. One of the most important parts of Zen Buddhism is the study of the self. Paradoxically, Zen Buddhism recommends you do this by thinking less about yourself. Most people spend a lot of time thinking about who they think they are and want to be. Think of the woman who thinks being a good mother is the most important part of her identity and spends all her time and energy living up to this. Or the man who thinks he'll only be fulfilled when he's a CEO. The person who wants to be a famous painter, or the student who thinks they need to keep getting the best grades of the class. These people all think that certain achievements or lifestyles are essential to who they are. But in trying to achieve these goals, they actually focus on the wrong things. External achievements aren't essential to be who you are, and thinking so can actually result in you getting lost. You won't feel like a person or complete until you've reached your goal. Your self-worth and identity is given away, tied to
So by the
something
way, Nat,
external.
so
Instead,
like
Zen Buddhism
you would
reasons,
like to
you
share
should look
some
inward
tips
to
for
your
me,
personality, to who
if you
you
want to
already
improve, then
are,
you can do this,
whatever your external
this kind of trick you
circumstances.
can use.
Zen Buddhism believes that, like everything, the self is nothing and bottomless. Your urges, ideas,